Hi, my name is Nicole Heinzelman, and I'm Head of Adult Services at the Winter Park Public Library. I'm pleased today to introduce to you our New York Times newspaper service. You can read it online from the comfort of your own home, as long as you have a full-service library card with us. To begin, you'll want to visit our website, which is www.wppl.org, and from there, go to Research and Study and then click on Online Research. On this screen, choose a subject filter and then select Newspaper and Magazine Articles. Click Apply. On this next screen, you'll see New York Times, and beneath it is a quick description, including that you can go all the way back to 1980 to read complete articles. And we also offer the New York Times Book Review and the magazine. So at this point, I'm going to click on that, and it will let me in directly because I'm using a work computer. If I was at home, it would prompt me to type in my library card number. So on this initial screen, it looks a little busy towards the top, so I'm going to go over that very quickly. Your basic search boxes, and then another main search box, and a description of how far back it goes. In the upper right-hand corner and right there on that section are some more features that we'll go over. But first, I want to look at the main meat of this screen, which is choose an issue to view, and it will show you the current issue. I recorded this on October 14th, just a day or two after Columbus Day, and I think that may be why I don't have images available on October 14th. I have gone back one day to the 13th, and those have populated very nicely. Normally, there would be images available day of publication, but I'm going to blame this on the holiday, so I do apologize. So let's open the very first article, and it even tells you, there's the text, it does tell you what section of the newspaper it appeared in. Scrolling all the way down, you have the entirety of the piece, and going back up, you have the options in the upper right-hand corner to save this article as a PDF or to email it. Now, when you email it to someone, the good news is they don't need to have a library card with us to open the article. Great news. So they don't need to be a member to open that. Good to know. You also have the option to print. Simple enough to do. And then just next to that is another circle with all options that I will explore with you later on. And again, you can save, email, and print. Easy enough to do. Let's go back to the issue by clicking on Back to the Issue. And let's go ahead and open up another article. And it should open completely. There it is. And it tells you exactly where it was. And back to the issue, if you look at the left side, you can sort those results. If you were interested in reading articles that appeared later in the issue, you can very easily sort them. All right, let's go back to Browse Issues. I would like to show you how far back you can go. I did mention 1980, so let's do an experiment. And let's see what was in the newspaper when I graduated from high school. So I'm really going to date myself, but I want to show you the capabilities here. I graduated in 1991, so let's choose that year from a long time ago. I have to scroll pretty far down for that. And I believe it was a fine Sunday in June. I don't know which actual Sunday date, but I'll just plug in an early part of the month. And there it is. Right there. So those are the articles that appeared on probably the day I graduated from high school. Yeah, I know, exciting. Click on it, you can open it. It's showing you a quick description and abstract, but you can very easily get the full text by clicking on that tab. All right, so that is how we can go back and search for a particular issue from back in the day, you could say. All right, I think next I would like to show you what an image looks like. So we're going to go back by one day, go back to Browse Issues, and let's see what we have there. I said that the day before had populated nicely with some images. So let's just go back one day. You can click on Previous Issue, and that will bring that up. and I'll click on the first result. These are some really nice images, and they are populated throughout the article. You can click on any of them to open them. And when you do open them, you have the option of zooming in and zooming out. You can flip it, you can rotate it, you can go from one image to the other within that article by clicking on those carets. And you can also save the article if you would like. Expand it and then save it from there if you'd like. I'm just tapping on the escape button on my keyboard to go back to a regular size. Again, those are some really nice images, and normally they would be published day of the issue in this database. Okay, so I think it's time that I should show you how to do some basic searches. Basic search, advanced search, publications allows you to switch between the New York Times newspaper, the book review, and the magazine. We'll do that eventually. But for now, let's look for something on my favorite topic, cats. Lots of articles. Off to the left in that margin area, you can see ways to narrow your search. The very first one is by relevance or by date. And we have access to videos. And from the magazines too, from the New York Times magazine. It comes out every Sunday. Right below that, we can move that bar over to change what our selections are. And that has significantly decreased the results. More carets that we can expand to choose articles. All right, we'll just click on that to open that. That time I clicked on full text. There are a number of ways that you can open these articles. Back to results. The advanced search will give you a glimpse of how to set your search in much the same ways that we saw on the other screen. Remember how we were moving the bar over to select a date? We could have chosen a document type or a publication type, I believe is what they called it. This would be good to use if you were looking for opinion letters or obituaries. So in this box, I'm just going to leave it there. We'll go back to the basic search. And let's go back because I would like to show you some of the advanced features. Up at the top, I mentioned I would talk about those. Here we are. That will show you the recent searches, everything I have done today for the screencast. In that folder I'm clicking on will contain articles that I have put in there. And I did that by creating a My Research account. This is free and something that you can do once you have logged in to New York Times with your library card. From there, you can create an account, it's free, and you can drop articles in there to read at a later date and do other tasks as well. So I'm logging in. I created this account days ago in preparation for this class. And my computer is a bit slow, but it is letting me in eventually. So it's opening up to My Research with all of my documents, and I do have a number of folders that I created in preparation for this class. Easy enough to open any of those and even delete them. You can move them to different folders. You can email and print from that screen. It shows any searches, widgets, etc. that you may have on that account. Off to the right, you can even sort your results. Date added, you can view them, manage your folders, and there, clicking on that caret shows you the different folders I've created. I've been a busy girl. If I click on one of those folders, it should reveal what I have in that particular folder. Again, this is good if you are doing research or just a casual reader who wants to save some articles to read for later on. Very helpful. Again, this is a free service. It's your My Research account that you can create once you've logged in. All right, I'm going to show you how you might add some articles to a folder and even create a new folder. I'm going to look for articles about pet therapy. And as you can imagine, there are a few. So let's open up that first one. And we get the full text. And I should say that not all of these articles have images in the first place. So I happen to be opening up some that don't have an image. So I do apologize. So under all options is what you would click on to save that article to your research folder. Click on Save to My Research. And from here, it's going to ask, where do you want to save this folder? So this is where we get to choose Create a New Folder. And let's call it Pet Therapy, why not? And then choose Save. So this article should now be in a folder called Pet Therapy. I can't see that folder right now, but I promise you that it has been created. Let's go back to the results and let's maybe add another article. Let's find another one that might be worthy of going into that article. Oh, I can just select a number of them at a time even. And then I have to click on that circle, choose Save to My Research. There's 3 there, it's telling me. Select my folder, and there is my Pet Therapy folder. Yes, I realize I misspelled it. But it will save there. And I notice in the upper right-hand corner, there's a number 3 there. So that might have appeared because I saved a batch of articles at one time. But don't forget, if I want to see what those articles are, I need to click on that icon in the upper right-hand corner, the little head, to go back into My Research and then choose Saved Documents. That will get me to that screen where I can select the folders by using that drop-down menu. There you go. That is a quick tutorial on how to save articles and even create new folders if you'd like. All beginning with those icons in the top, or leading to there. So the next thing I'd like to show you is how you can go from the New York Times newspaper to the New York Times Magazine or the New York Times Book Review. You need to choose publications. The next screen will show you those other options, the Book Review and even the New York Times in Spanish. So as you can see on this screen, yes, we do have a lot to offer. So let's pick one to open. Let's go ahead and scroll down to the New York Times Magazine. And yes, that will open up to the most current one that was available at the time of this recording. There are the familiar drop-down menus we can use to go back to prior issues. View the entire issue. I'm just essentially recycling that screen. They even have a table of contents. That's great. The complete magazine there for you. Opening the next screen, we are on the full text and we're able to see that just fine. Clicking back on publications, we can go back a screen, and on here we can open up the New York Times Book Review. Search within the publication if you'd like, and choose which issue you would like to see. So that's great. Once you are familiar with using one section in here, you will be very familiar with using any of the others, other modules, the other publications in here. They all work the same. All right, so let's practice on how to save an article to this folder. We should be familiar with that somewhat, but I will show you again. And there it is. Very easy enough to create that. And I'll make a whole new folder and we'll go from there and call it the New York Times Book Review article. Saving it right there. It'll take a minute, but there it is. It is saved. All right. I am taking you back to the basic screen because I believe this concludes our tutorial. I have shown you the nuts and bolts of how to access the New York Times newspaper, the New York Times Book Review, and even the New York Times Magazine from the comfort of your home. You do need your library card though. As always, you can reach out to us with more questions at 407-623-3300 extension 3 or email us at info@wppl.org. We look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.